What's up, guys? This is JTC. Um, so last week, or maybe a little bit longer ago, this knee went out, started swelling up, and there was like a nodule right here. And when I touched my kneecap, it was like really, really hurting. I mean, bad. I could barely walk, and I could when I bent down. If I bent down, oh my gosh, I couldn't get up, and it was just so painful. Well, right after that, like, healed this ankle, and I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's like right around here, under the ankle here. It's purple, like a reddish purple, and you can clearly see that it's like a different color, and it wraps all the way around. And then right under here, it's gonna be hard to kind of pick this up on the camera, but I have a titanium plate and 8 screws right here. You can see the scar from the surgery. I think it goes up to right about here maybe. So yeah, it goes up, it's like about that long, I think. But yeah, it was so swollen and so painful. I went into the doctor and got blood tests. I'm gonna sit down really quick because I just got super dizzy, which is another problem I've been having. I've been having extreme dizziness, um, joint pain, lots of joint pain, muscle fatigue, cramps, and general fatigue otherwise. Trouble sleeping or staying asleep. All these different symptoms. And then when I go to these doctors, they never ever figure out what's going on. But now, in this ankle, it's starting. You can see that little bump where my ankle's not. So my ankle bone's here. This is my ankle bone. And there's a little bit of bumpiness right here. See how I'm pushing on? It's starting to do the same thing this one did before it went that bad. And so right now they asked me if I wanted to take stuff for gout because they found uric acid in my blood, and you can clearly see the difference in the ankles. You can see the ankle bone in this one, and this one's just like puffy. But this has been going on for quite some time, like, the swelling of my ankles. And so I think personally that there's an underlying I think there's an underlying cause for all this. Recently I had almost 2 full days of AFib, which I didn't even know what AFib was. But AFib apparently is very dangerous. It's when your heart is skipping beats, and it also has an abnormal rhythm and all these different things. So I have the heart problems going on. There's possible inflammation around my lungs as well because it all ties together. And my blood cell counts are all screwed up. I don't know specifically. It was one of the something sites. There was 2 of them that were really off. And like I said, the CRP, which is a protein created by the liver, I think, that happens in the body when there's inflammation. And if there's inflammation all over the body, that could indicate something way more serious, like lupus, lymphoma, other types of cancers, and all these things that they're not really testing for, they're not paying attention to the clues. I'm doing all my own research on my own blood tests because these doctors, they're taught in schools and all this stuff, and they think too much inside the box. They don't, they never catch anything right away. And they even wrote it in the notes. I went through and read through the doctor's notes, and they had put in the notes like the things that I was mentioning. Like I said it could be lupus, it could be this, it could be that. Well, they wrote some of that stuff down in a way that was kind of derogatory to me. So I'm not sure why they did that. Like, maybe they were mad because like I had studied and tried to figure this out myself, and I've still been studying it. And come to find out that a lot of the indications that I found out on the blood tests and also physical symptom wise, I am low or have no nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is very important in the body because it does a lot of different things. It maintains blood pressure. It like the fatigue and all the muscle stuff, and it helps with all that stuff. Nitric acid or oxide is very important in the body, and so what I'm going to do is find out food sources of nitric oxide and start implementing it in my very limited diet because I really don't have money. So I gotta do all this on my own because of these doctors. They're not doing anything. They get stuck on one idea and they're just like, oh, this is it. And almost 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they're wrong. And they always have been. I mean, one time they told me these occurrences were cellulitis. Another time they're telling me it's gout. But they never really get to the root of what's going on. Like, there's a reason why gout happens. There's a reason why lupus happens. There's a reason why all these things happen. There could be something wrong in my bone marrow itself. I don't know, because I don't have the ability to test for any of these things, but I should really write all this stuff down. I've been keeping it up in my head, but my memory is pretty bad through the years. I've had so many head injuries. I literally don't have a short-term memory, like, at all. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, so that's an update on what's going on health-wise with me. It's not good. It could get pretty serious pretty quickly, and I'm not like super worried, but I'm just concerned because I don't feel like I'm getting the proper attention or even like just plain research or any of that stuff. Hospitals and all these clinics and stuff, they treat you like, I don't know, like a piece of electronics. Like, okay, well, we'll just put a new fuse in and you'll be fine. Well, if there's a reason those fuses are blowing in electronics, obviously, if you know electronics, you know what I'm talking about. Those fuses aren't going to blow if there's nothing wrong on a different part of the circuit. And it's the same thing in my body. There's something causing all this low energy, dehydration, even though I drink like 20 water bottles a day sometimes. No joke. And sadly enough, I drink tap water now. And that's not good because it's so full of chlorine and fluoride and these chemicals that are not only mind altering, they're body chemistry altering. They can actually change the pH level of your body. But I won't go into all that. I'll just let you know that that's what I'm going through right now. And I just gotta figure it out, I guess. I mean, I've been praying and stuff, meditating on it. And yeah, just trying to do everything I can. So you guys keep your heads up. I'll try to keep mine up, even though my whole situation is very, very bad right now. And I don't really want to talk about it, because every time I talk about it, then I get really sad. So, otherwise, I'm gonna keep on. I'm working on some new music, and I think a lot. I pray a lot, meditate a lot, or I just let my thoughts go and I just have a conversation with the universe or God. And yeah, it brings me to a whole different level a lot of times, but still I have things in my life in this reality that hold me back. So we'll just see where it goes. So, yep. You guys have a beautiful day.